Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and for another round of C.Dat.Guy review movies. My name's Christian and for this week, since it's Halloween, we'll be getting into Zombieland 2. It's been 10 years since I've seen the first movie in theaters and I waited such a very long time for this sequel. Um, I love the first one so much that I pretty much just kept on checking online. Is it going to come out next year? Is it going to come out in 2 years? Is the next one going to come out in 3 years? And when they announced a TV series, I was excited, but then I watched it on Amazon and, ooh, so bad. And of course, with the cast becoming bigger stars, it was harder to tie them down, and I was beginning to lose hope for a sequel. It was only after that fateful announcement on July 2018 that they said Zombieland 2 is coming, hope was restored. And so, was this hashtag 10-year challenge worth it? Well, let's get into it. I know I've talked about franchises before and how they're so common today, just like the MCU or World of DC or Disney's live action movies. But then there's also this other trend of, just making standalone movies into franchises by bringing back a sequel after a very long time. In this case, this is popular with comedies such as Anchorman or Zoolander or Dumb and Dumber, and coincidentally, they do worse critically and financially. Apparently, the exception is Anchorman 2. They had a better rating and it made more money, but honestly, I don't know anyone who's ever said they like Anchorman 2 better than Anchorman. If you're one of those people, please let me know in the comments section and why. So naturally, I was kind of fearing the worst for this one. And honestly, I just wanted it to be not bad. I really wanted it to be just as good as the first one, and for me, I thought it was. It's because the comedy was still there, the character interactions were great, and even though it did feel like a bit of a retread of the first movie, it wasn't that boring. I was so glad they brought everyone back. I didn't think they were going to make a sequel unless everyone came back. And what I really liked about the first trailer is how they marketed it by saying, Academy Award nominees Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Abigail Breslin, Academy Award winner Emma Stone. We really gotta get the Academy's attention for this one. Despite those titles, I wasn't expecting Academy level acting from these people. I know they could do it, but what I really wanted was just the dysfunctional family that grew up in the zombie apocalypse from the first movie that we know and love. And that's what they did. They came back without missing a beat. Tallahassee, Wichita, Columbus, and Little Rock, they were all still great. And though they didn't really have that much character growth, their performances were still enjoyable. I also appreciated the new cast. I thought Zoe Deutsch, who played Madison, the typical dumb blonde, was gonna play this, outdated stereotype and make it boring, but somehow she makes it work and keeps it funny. I also like Rosario Dawson, Luke Wilson, and Thomas Middleditch, who were literally playing doubles of the existing characters. I think some people might find that as lazy, but I was really fine with it. The only new character that I really didn't like was Berkeley, and which is because I know Avon Hogia is more talented than that, but he seemed like he was wasted in this movie. I mean, even if he was supposed to play an unlikable hippie, I think even the weird hippie guy at Babylon who keeps on mentioning group sex was more interesting than him. The story for this movie was pretty thin. The basic plot was they finally find a place to settle down in, but after a while, Little Rock wants to find people her age, so she leaves, and naturally the group goes out into the world once again to find out where she went. Yeah, definitely not the most original premise, and the way to execute it made it seem like a random episode in the middle of a TV series. But at the same time, the director and the writers put in enough stuff to make it entertaining and worthwhile. For example, my favorite parts of the movie was the constant callbacks to the first movie, and because I watched that first movie so many times, I think I pretty much caught every single reference, whether it was like a particular line or a specific gesture. Other people might see that as, oh, they're doing that again, but it made the movie better for me. But if callbacks isn't what you wanted, there were a couple of pretty good running gags throughout the movie, whether it was the love triangle between Columbus, Madison, and Wichita. And then there is the constant issue of Tallahassee and driving a minivan. They even made fun of The Walking Dead. Oh, and there was this one shot in the middle of the movie where I guess the way they made it, it seemed like it was one single continuous shot, and it was definitely more action oriented. And what I liked about it is that I guess for a moment it made the movie feel a little serious and a little high stakes, and I thought that nailed it, and because it kind of gave a different vibe to the movie. However, in terms of survival strategy, um, there were some things done in the movie that kind of made me question their logic. Like, does Babylon shoot fireworks all the time, or do they only shoot on special occasions? Just because, if these hippies were thriving in the zombie apocalypse, I would be hoping that they would know better not to, make loud noises or huge lights that attract zombies their way. I understand things are done in order to advance the plot, but you still gotta take logic into consideration. Like I said, it's almost as good as the original. The callbacks work for me, but maybe it could be tiresome for others, and the plot may be too similar to other zombie related TV shows and movies, but I think this still captures the spirit of the first movie. I don't know if it's going to take another 10 years for another sequel, but I hope the minds of Deadpool and Venom can come together to come up with a better story in a shorter amount of time. I'm going to give this movie a 7.5 out of 10 for the expanded cast and for the chemistry between the characters. If you just want to lay back, have a good time, and laugh a lot, I would recommend to see that movie. Alright guys, so there's my movie review. What do you think about it? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I really don't care. But if you want to see more movie reviews from this guy, go ahead and please hit the subscribe button. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!